Our next keynote speaker is a woman who flew missions throughout Europe and the Middle East as a Sea King helicopter pilot. She served as a Russian police officer, and currently she represents the New Jersey's 11th Congressional District. I met her back in 2018 when she was running for Congress. It is my honor to present Congresswoman Sherrill. Congresswoman, good morning. Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, I mean, this has been a bit of a challenge, I have to say, technologically for me. I don't know if you are facing the same thing.
Yep. It's so hard running these events. It's easier logging on, but running everybody is really difficult.
Right. So again, I appreciate you taking the time to, join us and, speak with us. But there was an issue that I wanted to talk about. Each year, as you know, nationwide, 40,000 people die in motor vehicle crashes. And in New Jersey, each year, around 600 people die in crashes. Pedestrians and cyclists' deaths have been on the rise, and not enough is being done to prevent these tragedies. In your perspective, what can the lawmakers and the government do to prevent these traffic deaths?
Sure. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me to take part in this wonderful event. As you can imagine, as a mom of 4 kids, this is so incredibly important to me. And we've just heard so many sad stories. And I remember first meeting you at Elizabeth's house and hearing all about Nikhil and your incredible work to help put a stop to all this. I want to say thank you to Mayor Parisi and Assemblyman McKeon, who I know are also participating today. Both have been wonderful community partners since I was elected to office. And I want to welcome our superintendent principal from the West Orange School District. So I hear you. We can all learn from your experience and how we can fight this. Nikhil was a gifted musician. So now you help so many students through music lessons and academic help. So I love how you've emerged from this to make our communities stronger, and every child should really be safe on our roads. I encourage everyone to follow your example, which shows how grassroots organizations and advocacy can change policy and transform lives, and for your commitment to traffic safety. We're looking into potential legislation to support the Nikhil Badlani Foundation. I know a major priority of yours is to enact a statewide Vision Zero plan this year to eliminate traffic deaths. And I think that is a great a great thing to work on at the state. And I would love to have federal legislation support things like Vision Zero for cities across the country, passing legislation that could provide grant funding to cities to develop these types of plans. And funding could then be used to study which city streets are most dangerous for drivers, redesign those dangerous streets, and introduce speeding enforcement cameras in those areas.
Love that.
Our office will follow up, but that's just one of the ways I see the federal government being able to help support that effort.
Thank you. And that is exactly what we're looking to do. We have had speed safety cameras, and we'll hear later on in the program, in several of the states. However, it's not there in New Jersey. And that's a good segue to bring now Assemblyman McKeon on here. So let's hear from Assemblyman McKeon. He has been...
Hello,
Assemblyman McKeon. Now, he has been a champion for the Nikhil's Law, and he represents the 27th legislative district, which covers the western portion of Essex County. So, Assemblyman McKeon, just going back to our conversation with Congresswoman Sherrill, I'm not putting you on the spot, but
yes, whatever it is, yes.
Whatever it is. Oh, yay, great. All right. So what can we do here to prevent traffic deaths? And just for the viewers, I also want to just talk about Vision Zero. Everybody talks about Vision Zero, but nobody knows what really it is. But just at the very high level, Vision Zero was first adopted by Sweden in 1997. And this is a strategy to eliminate all traffic fatalities and serious injuries on our roadways while increasing safe, healthy, and equitable mobility for all. Now, Vision Zero has proved successful across Europe, and now it's also gaining momentum in cities and states in United States of America. And in New Jersey also, we have Jersey City and Hoboken looking to adopt Vision Zero, right? And recently we formed the Vision Zero Alliance for New Jersey, which comprises of families, advocates, and nonprofits who are committed to Vision Zero. And we would like the New Jersey lawmakers to pass a Vision Zero policy with the goal of eliminating traffic deaths and serious injuries by 2040. And we do have 45 states or cities that have committed to this Vision Zero, or they are in the process of committing to it. So do you think Vision Zero for New Jersey is achievable goal?
Well, thank you for that question. And since a lot of the background about Vision Zero was spoken through yourself, if you don't mind, just on this 10th anniversary, I want to just extend to you and your entire family just my admiration for everything that you've done. If ever a family could have kind of just been embittered and not part of the whole, you guys would have had good reason for that. But instead that you've been just a constant inspiration for this entire community, for the state at this point, with the work that you're doing that's extending down to Trenton. So I thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. Just, it seems like April was a long time ago now, but just getting an email from you saying, hey, John, let's be a part of at 5 o'clock today, all honking our horns to thank the first responders. So you don't stop and you don't stop inspiring me. So I really do admire you.
Thank you.
So good politician, right? I was tap dancing around the question.
I was not going to say that, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do I think it's achievable? It's a goal. It reminds me very similar to our, energy independence to try to be carbon free by 2040. It's something to strive for. You and your advocacy group have been down to Trenton, now that our law since 2015, has been in place. And I was trying to calculate, by the way, the number of new drivers that have taken the test, that have taken the pledge since 2015. And I think that number is probably about almost 500,000 at this point. So, just think you've had 500,000 people in this state take the pledge through that law. And I know how much you're involved in the SUS law that my friend Benji Wimberly is sponsoring concerning mandatory, drug and alcohol testing at any type of pedestrian death, which will hopefully be the law in the state. And thank you for that advocacy. My colleague, Senator Ruiz, it's not exactly called Vision Zero, but has a piece of legislation in to put together a task force on pedestrian safety, again, with a goal of significant reductions. With this coming, I kind of reached out to her to see if she might be in a position to amend a little bit to particularly reference Vision Zero and setting that goal. And I believe she's going to be amenable to do it. So, so once again, through the advocacy of the foundation, you're going to make an impact and difference. And hopefully when we're not just solely focused on the craziness with the budget and the COVID related legislation, we'll get a chance to get back to regular business and bring that to fruition and make that the law and save lives. So thank you for, again, for putting this together in this extraordinary year. Again, admiration is a simple word for what I have for you and your family, but a sincere one.
Thank you. And you know that you haven't seen or heard from, this is not the last of it. And so you will be hearing from me again very soon. Like I said, we will continue to, as advocates, continue to push for Vision Zero policy. And we look forward to, connecting with you and Senator Lewis regarding this and see, how we can bring this to New Jersey.
And, you and the advocacy group from West Orange have been to Trenton once, so we have to get you down there again.
Absolutely.
And now it's not my invitation to give, but I bet my friend, Congresswoman Sherrill will be happy to have you down to Washington as well.
Oh, we will totally love that. Well, thank you again, and have a wonderful day. And I hope you're going to be running or walking or doing something,
I've got my three daughters and and Annie, and we're about to do our 5K as soon as we're finished with the ceremonies today.
Great. Thank you again. And we will be in touch very soon.
Thank you,
Thank
Sanjeev.
you.